In this podcast episode, Robert Lewandowski, one of the world's most prolific football strikers, shares insights into his extraordinary career, focusing on the mental and physical demands of elite sports. He opens up about the personal challenges he's faced, including the early loss of his father, his drive and mentality, lessons learned from iconic coaches, and the critical role psychology plays in high performance. Lewandowski also discusses how he balances family life, his evolving mindset, and the resilience required to maintain success over 2 decades. Robert reflects on his childhood in Poland, growing up in a small city with big dreams despite limited role models. The death of his father before his first professional game profoundly affected him, leaving a void in guidance and emotional support. Football, he explains, became his passion and source of pure happiness amid uncertainty. Though he lacked advice on masculinity and life from his father, Lewandowski's inner fire and determination were ignited by memories of his dad's belief in his potential. Lewandowski emphasizes that success in football is predominantly mental, estimating it accounts for 70% of performance. He recognizes that physical abilities are essential, but must be coupled with mental resilience to sustain a top-level career that can span many years. He notes how the sport evolves every 5 years, demanding that players adapt tactically and psychologically to remain competitive. Coming from Bayern Munich to Barcelona, Lewandowski encountered stark cultural and mental differences among teammates. While Bayern operated with disciplined rigor and a tough mentality, many young Barcelona players were less receptive to stern attitudes or high demands. Early on, he embodied a bad teacher role meant to instill discipline, but he gradually learned empathy and the importance of understanding diverse mindsets within football cultures. Lewandowski admits that in his youth, he lacked empathy, rooted in playing alongside much older teammates and an upbringing in a different era. His experience at Barcelona, especially the warmth and openness of players like Gerard Piqué, exposed him to a new approach that blended toughness with emotional connection. This growth helped him reconcile his own mindset and adapt to evolving team dynamics. The arrival of social media has intensified emotional highs and lows for players, making mental stability more challenging to maintain. Lewandowski contrasts his generation with the current one, pointing out that players today are exposed to constant scrutiny, information overload, and quick public judgment. While social media offers benefits in knowledge sharing and community, it also threatens the psychological resilience crucial for long-term success. While football shaped much of Lewandowski's life, he recognizes it is only one part of his identity. Having prepared early for the eventual end of his playing days, he speaks candidly about missing certain things post-career, but remains focused on mental health and well-being. His love for the game keeps the fire burning, yet he feels ready to transition into his next life chapter without fear. Lewandowski describes with heartfelt honesty how losing his father at 16 left him emotionally closed off and unprepared to navigate life as a young man. The absence of paternal guidance affected him deeply, especially regarding manhood and personal growth. He found solace in recalling his father's belief in him, using that as motivation during matches and milestones throughout his career. Reflecting on his relationship with his daughters, Lewandowski stresses the value of open communication. He aims to teach them respect and resilience, ensuring they listen to their hearts rather than succumb to social pressures. Drawing from both his own childhood and his wife's experiences with absent fathers, he is conscious of his role in providing emotional support and guidance. Lewandowski shares how he navigated the fine line between confidence and arrogance. As a striker, he developed a mindset focused on self-awareness and personal responsibility, often training extra to compensate for fewer touches on the ball compared to other positions. His growth was largely self-directed, relying on trial and error rather than formal guidance, which shaped his unique approach on and off the pitch. Describing himself as a fighter, Lewandowski credits relentless effort for overcoming setbacks such as early injuries and being released by Legia Warsaw. His resilience propelled him from the lowest tiers of Polish football to top European clubs. He attributes much of his success to self-belief and refusal to quit, underscoring that talent alone is insufficient without persistence and mental toughness. The episode explores the profound impact of coaches like Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, and Carlo Ancelotti on Lewandowski's development. Klopp provided emotional support akin to fatherly belief, helping unlock his freedom and confidence. Pep's tactical acumen pushed him mentally to give 110%, while Carlo bolstered his self-confidence, encouraging Lewandowski to take responsibility for free kicks. He absorbs the strengths of each coach, blending them to refine his style and mentality. Lewandowski addresses the controversial topic of never winning the Ballon d'Or despite outstanding performances, expressing acceptance without bitterness. Competing in an era dominated by Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo fueled his motivation and raised his standards. Rather than regret, he takes pride in competing at their level, highlighting the importance of focusing on what one can control, work ethic, and self-belief. He discusses the relentless pressure of consistently performing, especially as a striker, where scoring goals heavily influences public perception. Expectations from club and national teams have at times felt overwhelming, exacerbated by comparisons to his own high standards cultivated at Bayern and Barcelona. Lewandowski admits he had to adjust expectations for teammates in the Polish national team, learning that not everyone can operate at the same elite level. Throughout his career, Lewandowski has found psychology to be the cornerstone of sustained success. He cautions against overexposure to external opinions, explaining that both excessive praise and criticism can weaken focus. Training the mind to maintain balance, resilience, and motivation is as vital as physical preparation, especially in transitioning beyond the structured environment of professional football. Lewandowski is actively imparting lessons on respect, emotional awareness, and self-trust to his daughters. He acknowledges their differing personalities and adapts his parenting to support their growth, aiming to prepare them for a world where they must make their own choices. This reflects his broader understanding that nurturing mindset is essential from a young age. He truthfully reflects on the sacrifices football demanded, including social restrictions and physical exhaustion. Mental health challenges arose from constant pressure to recover and perform. However, Lewandowski expresses gratitude for the career and support systems around him, maintaining a clear sense of purpose amid the demands. Lewandowski endorses the value of consistent, small habits in maintaining health, motivation, and performance. Whether through sleep optimization, nutrition, or daily mental preparation, he recognizes that steady attention to wellness is foundational to enduring success in both sports and life. He concludes by emphasizing the importance of focusing on each next game and continuous improvement without dwelling on past achievements. Lewandowski's pride rests in his personal journey from humble beginnings to global recognition, grounded in honesty, hard work, and a deep understanding of the mental aspect of elite sport.